We return to our coverage of the war in Gaza, and there's breaking news. President Trump has published a 21-point plan aimed at ending the conflict. Here are some key elements: a ceasefire and return of all Israeli hostages, dead or alive. This would be part of a prisoner swap that would also include the return of hundreds of Palestinians who are currently held by Israel. Israel would gradually withdraw forces from Gaza if certain security conditions are met. An international or regional stabilization force of Arab countries would be established to maintain security. A transitional authority of mostly Arab countries would temporarily administer Gaza until local governance led by the Palestinians is viable. The plan expects Hamas to be disarmed, its authority dismantled. In some reports, Hamas leaders may be granted safe passage or immunity if they cease hostilities and release the hostages. Trump has asserted that he will not allow Israel to formally annex Judea and Samaria under this plan. The plan calls for halting Israeli military actions against Qatar. That's something the Qatari ambassador told us on this program he believed Trump would deliver.
Some Israeli officials said that they will do this again. But we are very grateful for the president, who said that this will never happen again, and he gave us this guarantee. So I think we are confident when the U.S. president tells us that this is not going to happen again, and we appreciate his friendship and his support to Qatar.
This sounds like a good plan to us. Return the hostages, stop the killing, establish peace with stakeholders who can enforce that peace. So how is the Israel First crowd in America reacting to President Trump's strong effort?
No other country in the world, none, is going to tell Israel what to do, how to defend itself and its people, period.
That was just yesterday. Who do you think Mark Levin, the Fox News host, is talking about? Well, who better than Levin himself to give some clarity? He had a meltdown on X over the weekend. On Friday, he was aghast at President Trump's Gaza deal. He was opposed to the announcement on Truth Social. He was asking if Israel had been informed or was participating. Does Mark Levin know what happened to the last guys who tried to negotiate with Netanyahu? I'll give you a hint. They got bombs dropped on their homes in Doha. Ordering the launch of bombs paid for by American taxpayers is easy. What's hard is peace. That's what President Trump is trying to forge, and in these serious times, this is what you get from Mark Levin.
Hamas. Sounds like a food. Oh man, pass the Hamas.
Yesterday, Mark Levin wrongly criticized President Trump. Quote, "Our country cannot dictate to Israel that it can never recognize the literal birthplace of Judaism as Israel's," Levin said. He followed up by saying no to a Palestinian state as if he were one of Israel's negotiators. Levin also posted his Daily Telegraph from Tel Aviv. Quote, "The Israeli PM is not going to buckle to you." We've long posited the theory on this program that Bibi Netanyahu doesn't want peace. Maybe one of the reasons he bombed Qatar is because some of the Hamas leaders had indicated a willingness to sign this exact plan at the demand of President Trump. One way to avoid a peace agreement is to execute the people who might sign it. But we'd bet on the Trump-Vance administration over the desires of Netanyahu to keep the Middle East soaked in chaos and violence and blood. It's clear that the Netanyahu government has some desire to control the message. Bibi assembled U.S. influencers to tell them that social media is the most important weapon.
We have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefields in which we're engaged. And the most important ones are the social media.
In other news, Oracle head Larry Ellison has led the team that will be purchasing TikTok. Larry Ellison is the single largest donor to the Israeli Defense Forces in America. When we saw Bibi's government express desire to control social media, followed by Bibi briefing social media influencers, followed by the largest donor to the IVF buying TikTok, we thought back to this clip. Netanyahu says Americans are easily manipulated.
במיוחד היום עם אמריקה, אני יודע מה זה אמריקה. אמריקה זה לא שאפשר להזיז אותו בקלות, להזיז לכיוון הנכון. לא יפריעו לנו.
אז שאני עושים את משהו, אז הם...
יש עליה, אז נניח שהם אומרים משהו. 80% מהאמריקאים תומכים בנו. זה אבסורד.
Meanwhile, Tucker Carlson is reporting that Bibi is feeling rather bullish about thwarting the Trump-Vance administration's peace agenda.
I mean, Bibi's running around, this is a fact, I'm not guessing about this, because I talked to people he said it to, is running around the Middle East, his region, and his own country, and telling people, point blank, just stating it, I control the United States, I control Donald Trump. He's saying that, and again, I'm not guessing at all. That's a fact. And I dare them to say that's not true, because it is true and they know it's true.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.